Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to the channel. Or might I say, happy Halloween. Looking on right now, we are here with IRC eSports for their Canadian Grand Prix, round 17 of season 16. It's going to be looking forward to this one anyway. Now, we're just getting the timer started. Did start a little bit, well, a few minutes late, but we are still all good right now. As things stand in the driver's standings, we've got Jetfish, who's on the top on 427 points. Also, shout out to Blue Panda there saying good evening, Drew McIntyre. Welcome along. So, yeah, Jetfish is top of the standings right now on 427 points. Temps is in second place on 417 with Al in third on 385. Godders is on 209 with Mystery on 206 in fifth. In sixth is Kaizen on 167 and Roscoe is on 160 in seventh place. In eighth is Blue Panda, who is on 155. And then, there we go, sorry, just sorting that there. Dalton Matt's on 148 in ninth, and 10th is Asdog on 147. Timmy is in 11th on 130. Then we've got Steve Penny on 97. Scenario is in 13th on 91. Fizeco on 70. In 15th is Reese on 60 points, with Spanner Ape on 53. Tasami is on 43 in 17th, and 18th is Double Cream Cat. Then we've got Godzilla Jr. in 19th on 25 points, with Teen Wolf on 11, and Sprint is unfortunately on 2. As things stand for the constructors, we've got McLaren at the top right now. That's consisting of Al and Goddard on 594 points. Red Bull are on 542, so quite a way off in the constructors. Haas on 470 in third. In fourth is Williams on 308, with Ferrari on 258. Alpine are in sixth on 231. Aston Martin in seventh on 176. Red Bull, the Racing Bull, sorry, I always get that mixed up, on 167. Mercedes on 166, just 1 point behind. It's sitting in ninth place right now, and Sauber are on 113 points. So, I'll get that back up, and we'll see that cars are already leaving the garages, but took a while longer than expected. Are we going to be encountering a bit of rain? That'd be a good question. Considering right now we only have, after this round, 4 rounds left in the season. So it is possibly going to come down to the wire. Next race is Miami, then we've got Netherlands after that, Silverstone, and then we've got the Marina Bay in Singapore. Wait. Yeah, Marina Bay, my mistake, I was getting mixed up with Abu Dhabi there, but that's the, was it Yas Island? Yas Marina? Something like that, I always forgot. Anyway, right, going on at this track, the length of this track is 4.361 kilometres, or if you prefer that in miles, that's 2.71 miles. The laps we're going to be having here for the sprint race is going to be 12 laps. We've got 14 corners here. Track first opened on the 6th of October 1978. Absolutely incredible track, and right now we'll go on board with second place in the standings right now. Temps Shadow is taking us on a lap, got good exit out of the chicane, and now into turn 1 and 2. Nicely does it, getting that tail end right out there, is going through turn 2, getting very screechy on them rear tyres, and unfortunately takes a little bit too much curb, and that was weird how quickly that car slowed down there. It was like it almost came to a halt almost immediately. Unfortunately, Temps has invalidated Steve Penny, going on another outlap. We've got Fizeco coming down into turn 6 now, and 7. Now we've got the DRS wide open all the way down to turn 8 and through turn 9, keeping it within track limits, getting close to that barrier as you can on the exit. Now up to the hairpin of turn 10. Went in a bit deep there, unfortunately, did Physical. Now 11, and you've got turn 12 here, which isn't technically a turn, it's just flat out all the way to the floor, all the way to turn 13. Hopefully got a little bit. Oh, Steve Penny. Oh, bounced off the wall. Oh! So that was 2 RBs that have bounced off the wall of champions. Fortunately, Physical managed to keep all 4 corners of that car intact. Maybe not the front wing, but at least keeps the wheels on that thing turning. Seen Timmy go quicker, 111.137. We've got Span Rape up next. What time are they going to do? They invalidated, unfortunately. Godzilla Jr. has invalidated. We're going to see a lot of that tonight, folks. A lot of invalidations, and that could come down to the end result of this Grand Prix. Jetfish, another one who's invalidated. It seems that Temp Shadow has invalidated again. We've got Built-in Matt, who's, I think, on a lap. Unless he's just getting the car warmed up for that proper lap. Go flash down. Nimby is on a lap. And they're just coming through turn 5 into turn 6 now. Just giving a little kiss on the apex there. And now foot flat to the floor all the way down to turn 8. For throwing it to the right hand side and throwing it back to the left to straighten the car back up all the way down into the hairpin of turn 10, sorry. Guess that car slowed it down nicely there. We've got a yellow flag up ahead. I think that may be a driver letting another driver pass. I think that may have been Spanner 8 and Reese. So Spanner 8 letting his silver counterpart get past. Now we've got Nimby coming up to the line. What time are the Ferrari going to be able to do? Goes pole, or provisionally pole for the sprint. And it's a 111.094. We'll see who is going to be up next. We've got Spanner 8 on the lap, just coming through turn 3 and 4. We'll see who is going to be up next. I think it's going to be the Haas of Jetfish, and we can most likely see this is going to be a pole position time. A 110. Scratch that. A 109. Somebody's had his Weetabix, it seems. Getting right up there, over a 1.6 seconds of a gap. Almost 1.7 seconds in the lead. So it's going to be, if Temp Shadow can get a good time in, that is the question. Got Spanner trying to navigate the final chicane of turns 13 and 14, and then straight to the line. What time is the silver going to be able to put in? Goes 6th with a 113.799. Quite a way off the distance for pole position, unfortunately. We've got Built-in Matt who's on a lap. Anyone in the chat? Welcome along. Looking on it, Built-in Matt coming down into turn 13. We'll go on board with them. We'll see how close they can get to that wall on the exit. And don't brush up too close to the wall, keeping it, want to keep it out of the barrier. 111.269 puts them into 4th place for the time being. And I think Spanner 8's on a lap, trying to take out as much of the shortest line as possible. Ooh. Getting a bit out of shape there, going around turn 13. Only manages to put in a 113.671. That's not going to be good enough to get anywhere near pole, unfortunately. We've got Nimbe just coming up to the line, goes 110.658. So reduce that to about a second to the gap of the leader. Now going further down, who is next up on a lap? It is Blue Panda. We'll sit on board with him as they are now coming up to turn 1. We'll keep that little map indicator up. And we've seen a few drivers actually getting the little snap of oversteer. Turn 2 is not the best for grip. Going through 3 and 4 was quite nice. Into 5 and 6, and it seems the driver actually had to cut turn 6 there. Into 8 and 9 now. Into the hairpin, getting a bit out of shape there, putting the throttle down a bit too much. Now DRS will be activated right now. There we go. We'll look back and we see that Petronas wing looking straight up at the sky right now. Now coming into the final chicane, the last 2 corners of this track, last braking zone to the line. It's going to be a 112, I think. 111.859, good enough for 6th place. God, not good enough for any higher than that. So it doesn't look like anyone is out just yet. We've seen Temps and Asdog jump out of the pits. We'll sit with Temps right now. One of the drivers who's still yet to settle up. Steve Penny is going to be the one that's starting at the back, unfortunately. If Temps or Asdog can't put in an effective time. Watching Temps now coming into turn 5. 7 there. DRS is wide open now. Navigating turn 8 and 9 nicely. Blue Panda is retired from the session. And that's in the pit lane. Now all the way down this final chicane now. Only got 13 and 14 left. Nicely does it, keeping it out the barrier, and now it's flat, foot flat to the floor, to the line. The times are going to be able to put in, it's only going to be a 111.242. It's only good enough for 5th place. Reese and Godzilla Jr. starting their lap. Asdog has unfortunately invalidated there, so won't be able to get another time in. Timmy going for that pole position. But Timmy here, he's on low fuel mode. Just as I said that, unfortunately he's not going to be able to get to the line in time. I think that could have been a good enough time for pole possibly, but that ended up slowing up and losing a lot of time near the end there. Got Temps on a lap still. See how quicker they're going to go. It's a 111.242 for the Red Bull to beat. Can they get up next to their teammate who sits in 2nd place, or even take that pole position? Don't think it's going to be the pole position, but does get up onto the 2nd row. Into 3rd place, we'll go down with Reese and Godzilla Jr. Godzilla Jr. is going to be the first one to cross the line. The time they're going to put in 8th with a 112 point something. I didn't get a chance to see that, unfortunately, but we'll get the results in just a moment. There we go, so Jetfish getting the fastest lap, the pole position for the sprint race, a 109.462. Timmy in second, then we've got Temps Shadow in third, Nimby in fourth, Bill and Matt in fifth, sixth for Five then we've got Blue Panda seventh, eighth for Reese, then Godzilla Jr., Spannery and Double Cream Cat. Steve Penny unfortunately crashing out in the start of this session, and Asdog unfortunately not managing to be able to get in a valid lap time, leaving it to the last minute unfortunately, and invalidating that lap time. These things do end up happening, happened to myself before, so could be all made up in the race in the few moments to come. So here we go. Now we've got ready, and we've got the session starting. We're just going to be waiting on the drivers getting their strategies, what tyres are starting on, what fuel loads, and if they're going to be needing to make any small adjustments to the car before we get underway. And there we go, folks, that's us getting underway for the formation lap. Every driver opting for the medium tyres. I think we've seen this start to become quite a common theme. All the drivers opting for the Jetfish, they're getting right outside, fishtailing that out. So there we have it, folks. The drivers are now all just getting lined up on the grid. So that's all the drivers came out of the final corner. Nimby has unfortunately did end up disqualified, an unknown reason. Steve Penny just going a bit too much. I think Nimby may have been just went straight ahead, unfortunately, and just jumped up pit box. But there we go. We've got 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and we are off. The Haas of Jetfish manages to get a good start, but a big slip of traction. The Red Bull's going side by side. This Temp's going to be able to get up the inside, turning into the outside, going around turn 2. It looks like Timmy's got the inside line. Is that Red Bull of Shadow going to hold off? He's got the outside line still going into turn 3, and he has to yield. It looks like Bill and Matt's dropped down 2 places from Blue Panda and Fizeco off of that start. But it looks like he's going for that move up the inside of Blue Panda, going into turn 6, and nicely does it, moving back up into 6th place. Asdog up 5 places from 8th right now. He's up past both the Silbers, an Alpine, an RB and an Aston Martin from not being able to get a time in qualifying. So looking on at Asdog right now, right on the tail of that Mercedes just up ahead. Jetfish has actually managed to pull out a gap due to the cars behind. Godzilla Jr., is he going to be ballsy enough to go for this move on Steve Penny? He's going to be having to be lighter on the brakes going into turn 13. The RB is definitely offset a little going on the entry into turn 13. Unfortunately, that does losing that bit of momentum, still enough to keep him out there in 11th place though. Good move up right now for this Red Bull battle between Temps and Tiny, and this is a battle for the championship actually. So I think the most intelligent thing I would say to do for the team that would be is to let Shadow through, as they could actually hopefully win the title. I think there's only a 15-point gap between Temps and Jetfish, so not too much of a gap. But Timmy is going to be the vulnerable one here, who isn't going to have the DRS. But the teammate of Shadow is going to have the DRS, moves to the right hand side, makes that pass look nice and easy. Up into second place goes the Red Bull of Temps Shadow on his teammate of Timmy. Jetfish pulling away, but Temp Shadow just puts in an even faster lap, closed that gap on the leader. Oh, Blue Panda, first penalty of the night. So we're going to go back on board with Temps right now, as he's catching up to Jetfish. Is he going to be able to get that lead away? Only time will tell, and I think he could do it going into turn 1, but he's going to have to just go for it. Right now we've got Built and Matt and Fizical battling out. Oh, Fizical going for that look on Built and Matt. Is he going to be coming back at him here? He unfortunately can't, because he's not got the straight line speed required in order to pass Built and Matt. Blue Panda and Asdog did just swap places back again. Watching on with Fizical right now, chasing down this Williams of Built and Matt. Are they going to be able to get close enough to go for it? Doesn't think so. Pierce Fizical spun out at turn 9. No front wing on that RB, and it's definitely going to be getting slowed up. There's been a change in the lead, folks. Temps Shadow has just overtaken Jetfish. Jetfish is not going to have an opportunity to attack again with having that DRS effect up ahead, but we're going to have to wait until after turn 10 to see if he's going to be going for a move again. Fizical is into the pits, and let's see what tyres they are going to be going on to. Softs. Good choice. Jetfish is still not able to get close enough just yet to that Red Bull. But Timmy is going to have to try and do something in order to help out their teammate Asdog. 3-second warning, third of the bunch, to get a penalty for exceeding track limits. Going up the inside is Jetfish at turn 13, and he makes the move stick there. DRS proving how effective it is around here, and worked out nicely. Asdog flying past Blue Panda there, absolutely incredible. Has used up quite a bit of battery, but would rather have got that done before the braking zone. This battle for the lead here is going to be epic over the next few laps. We're on lap 6 now. Jetfish holding off Temp's Shadow here. Of course, Temp's saving up that battery also. I'm guessing Temps is doing the same. Yep. Oh, and Jetfish gets out of shape going around turn 9 and ends up dropping back to 3rd place. It's a Red Bull 1-2 out there right now. We'll go. We'll stay on board with Timmy. And it looks like Timmy's going to be moving up past Temp's Shadow. And moves up into 1st place. Jetfish knows that Temps is going to be weak with not having the DRS. Can he go for the move? He's going for the lunge down the inside of turn 1. Almost end up making contact there. Not very good if you're wanting to try and keep a clean record, but does manage to keep it clean there. Nicely does it. Are Temps and Jetfish, Temps and Timmy able to make a gap? That is the question. So looking at this battle for the lead there, we've just seen a swap there between Steve Penny and Reese. Steve Penny managing to move up into 8th place, but looking on right now at Timmy as he moves back down into 2nd place as Temps gets back past and moves up. Bilt and Matt manages to get past Nimby and move up into 4th position. Jetfish having a go up the inside of Timmy, who halfway through this lap was sitting in 1st place, now down in 3rd after being overtaken by Jetfish and Timmy. And it just goes to show you how much of an effect that the DRS does actually have on these cars. Now on to the main, well, the main back straight, we'll say. Has Temps got what it takes to pull out this gap? He's going to have to try and pull it out of somewhere. He's going to have to try and get a great sector 1 on Jetfish to try and pull up that range, and that is definitely going to end up helping Timmy get back past and move up into 2nd place. The gap's sitting at half a second right now. Not good if you're the Red Bull. Spanner Ape is into the pits. See, is that a front wing change? Yep. So, but unfortunate there in that part. Steve Penny, though, is right on the tail of that Aston Martin. They're going to have a go for it, going down into turn 8. Nope, just lining it up for going down into turn 13. But wait a minute, the pressure is getting to Asdog. Is Asdog going to end up making another big mess up coming out of turn 10? That is going to be the question. He will still have to DRS, I think. No, actually, he's just out of that. Double cream cat getting a 3-second time penalty, getting it all out of shape there with Steve Penny. Bilt and Matt and Nimby swapping places yet again. Is Steve Penny going to be able to get past Asdog? Is he going to lunge it down the inside? Nope, decides better against it. Asdog getting a 3-second time penalty. Of course, Steve Penny, it is nice and clean, so doesn't have to worry about that, unfortunately. Well, doesn't need to worry about that, unfortunately, sorry. Looking on at Nimby right now. Is he going to be able to go for that move? Nope, not close enough just yet. Has to end up taking, avoiding action though, and cutting turn 9. Has that pulled him out of that DRS window? Nope, I don't think it has. Looking on at the leaders right now. We've got the two Red Bulls of Shadow and Timmy squashing Jetfish in second place right now. Shadow holding off that Haas quite nicely. Of course, this is only going to make a 1 point difference here in the standings, so it's not going to be exactly much depending on if you finish ahead or behind your opponent. Steve Penny managing to move up from 7 from 8 on Asdog. Nicely does it there from the RB driver. Let's see how things are getting on with Nimby and Blue Panda battling out for this 4th position. Blue Panda's practically got it in the bag, but he just had to keep his nose clean and not get into any bother. Got a yellow flag in sector 2, and that's Reese. Unfortunately pointing the wrong way and resetting back to track. Moving up to the front of the field here, I've got Jetfish going for that move. He's going to try and take that outside line going into turn 1, but no dice. Right now, Nimby getting another 3-second time penalty, moves him to 6 seconds worth. Can he end up losing that position? He's definitely going to lose the 1-2 built-in mat that he's just acquired. Now, the battle is on right now for this lead. Is Temp Shadow going to walk away with 1 point further ahead of his teammate, or 1 point less? That is the question. We've got about 30 seconds to a minute until the end of this session. We've got Temp Shadow, Jetfish and Timmy, the top 3, all battling out, all within 1 second of each other. How is this going to go? Is Jetfish going to be able to go for the move going down into turn 13? Exit turn 11, and now on to 12. DRS is wide open all the way down here, trying to keep in that slipstream of the Red Bull. And it looks like Jetfish has actually got the move done. Is Timmy going to be able to upset? No, it doesn't. So Jetfish walks away with the win, with Temp Shadow in second. Third for Timmy. So Red Bull scoring quite nicely here. And there we go, that's Steve Penny and Nimby just came, Steve Penny and Blue Panda just coming across the line, with Asdog following suit just behind that. Godzilla Jr. and Reese battling out there for that 9th position. And it looks like Godzilla Jr. was the winner of that battle. Got double cream cat and Physical, 11th and 12th. We're just waiting on Spanner Ape, unfortunately sitting in P13. And there you have it, folks. That is the end of the sprint race there. You see that Jetfish managed to come out victorious there. And also, he didn't pick up the fastest lap, though. That went to Temp Shadow. Of course, no extra point for that. 111.525. He finished second. Timmy in third. Built-in Matt in fourth. Fifth for Nimby. Then we had Steve Penny in sixth, coming up from 12th. So nicely done from him. Blue Panda in 7th, Asdog up from 13th, nicely done from him, up into managing to finish in 8th. Then we've got Godzilla Jr., Reese, Double Cream Cat, Physical and Spanner Ape. Now we're going to be moving on to an 18-minute qualifying session, and that's going to determine the grid for the main race. There we go, folks. We're just waiting on some drivers making moves. Some of them may be making small adjustments to their vehicle, as we don't know whether it's going to be rain or shine. It's going to be a fun one if it's a little bit of rain involved. Oh, so Timmy and Temp's Shadow, first drivers out. It's going to be the Red Bulls, first drivers out on track. Quite surprised in how long it actually took them. Is that going to be a small tell into what the race is actually going to be like? Is it going to be a bit more wet, or is it going to be a dry race? That is the question. So we'll just go on board with Timmy right now. Qualified P3 in sprint. Let's see how he's going to be able to do in the main qualifying session, as he's just rounded into turns 13 and 14, and that goddamn lag, that's going to end up causing a major issue at one point. Oh, and Temps puts in a quick lap of 109.970. To me, unfortunately, it did end up invalidating that lap time. So that's a bit of an upset there. But right now we'll go further down to see Boy Panda. I've just seen Steve Penny putting a 113.392. Some drivers managing to get this track hooked up right quite quickly, other ones not as much. Quite a big gap, unfortunately. I think this is one of them tracks that either you love it or you hate it. I think the most problem people do have with it is the amount of penalties that can be occurring here, especially with the fast chicanes. It's not really much room for error, to be honest, especially coming down this corner here, turns 13 and 14, which we'll go on board with right now. Keeping it well out of the walls there though was Blue Panda, and now coming straight to the line, well not straight, actually cutting across the track. They've shaved off a couple of extra hundreds or well thousands or even hundreds of a second, and we'll know that how much that could come down to in qualifying. As we remember seeing in was it 95 I think it was, where like 3 people had the same pole position time. It was incredible. Jetfish now puts in a 109.640 to put that on provisional pole. We're going to move further down to Timmy. Oh no, actually Double Cream Cat's just about to finish a lap. Goes 6th, 113.739. We've got Nimby who put in a 110.539. We're going to go down to Timmy, who did invalidate their first lap time. Let's see if they're going to be able to keep it together this time and not go over them white lines too much, as we do know that is the track limit, is the white line that goes around the tarmac. There we go, Timmy puts that into third, the 110.169. Got Spanner 8 there on a lap. Looks like they may be. We see Spanner 8 coming through the final chicane now to finish that lap. Let's see what time the Silver is going to be able to put in. It's going to be 7th, 8th, unfortunately, just a little bit behind Double Cream Cat. Bicycle's up next, just coming through the hairpin. Now Bicycle's coming down into the final corners to the line, keeping it to the right hand side. It's the shortest distance to the line. 110.447. Nicely done. Who's up next? Is Spanner 8 going again? Unfortunately, I think they are on controller, so they're not getting the correct input as much. Now coming down into turn 13 and 14, try and keep it within them white lines. Goes quite slow through that section, and will end up losing a lot of time on the run down into the to the line, but does put in a 113.026. That was a good 0.8 quicker than their previous lap, and moves him up into 8th position. We've got Bilt and Matt here in the Williams. We'll go on board with them as they're coming through turns 1 and 2. They've got an Alpine there on the outside. Hopefully the Alpine gets out of the way. Could have moved out of the way a bit more than that. That would have definitely upset Matt's turn and going into turn 3. And turn 6 and 7 now. There we go, nicely does it. DRS is going to be wide open all the way down to this bridge. There we go, is the hammer on the brakes, and that shuts that rear wing closed. Now going up to turn 10, easy does it. They've got, I think that's an Aston Martin just up ahead. It is. Are they going to be able to get out of the way? Yes, they do. Don't want to be giving that toll to the opposition, the opposing team that is, or an opposing team. coming down into turns 13 and 14. Just 2 corners left to go in order to hook up this lap. Let's see if Bilton Matt is capable of doing it. 110, 111, 111.781. That was not expecting. Got double cream cat just coming through turns 3, 4, and now up through 5, and now into 6 and 7. Here is 8 and 9. Nicely does it through the hairpin. Doesn't extend it out quite as much, just gets that car rotated as quick as they can. Navigating turns 13 and 14 quite nicely. Being careful not to hit the wall of champions. We've seen plenty of champions in the past. 2/1000ths of a second off Bilton Matt's time. Oh no, sorry, that's 1.002 off of Bilton Matt's time, so just over a second there. My mistake, seen that there, and just assumed Blue Panda getting in validation, unfortunately. Timmy coming to the line, hoping to improve on that 110.169, and does. Gets into the 109s, 109.958. Bilton Matt spun around turn 6. Looking on at Reese, one of only 2 drivers who have still yet to set a lap time, coming around turns 3 and 4, now 5 and 6. These corners do come up thick and fast here. And that is a horrible sound coming from that Silver, unfortunately. So I do apologise to all you folks out there watching right now, or whether you be watching it live or re-watching it. So now we're into the final corners. See what time the Silver driver is going to do. Getting right up close there to the barriers. It's not going to be a good time. It's going to be in the 113.628. Asdog's going to be able to do better than that. So about 4 seconds of a gap there between first and 12th right now. Quite a big difference in terms of pace around this track for them. Temp Shadow, a 109.612, and Jetfish is not going to be happy about that, and is definitely going to be wanting to get back out there soon and get another lap in. Yellow flag in sector 3, that's the RB getting out the way of Physical. Nicely does it there. Asdog in the Aston Martin, DRS wide open. Coming around at turn 13 and 14, careful not to go into the wall of champions. Asdog to the line, goes 6th, 110.740. Nicely does it from them. Nimby is on a lap. So it's Physical, Timmy, Temp Shadows just finished the lap. So We'll go on board with Nimby as they're coming around turn 10. We've got 11 there, and now just a little bit further down the line, we've got turn 12. Nimby coming into turns 13 and 14, and now straight to the line. What time is the Ferrari going to be able to do? 1:10.311. Does improve, but only by 2.2 tenths of a second. Let's see, Physical, they on a lap. Nope, doesn't look like. I think they're just trying to get back to the pits and hopefully get another lap in. Old Temp Shadow crawling back. Unfortunately, run out of fuel. That'll be their last lap. They won't be able to get in and get back out on another time. Nimby isn't on a lap, but Blue Panda is, and is getting a little bit of a toe there. Oof, that was definitely off-putting there. Got Blue Panda coming to the line. Time they're going to be able to put in, it improve, but only by 2 tenths. Get that into the 1:10.887. Not enough to move up any positions. We've got Steve Penny up next, not on a lap. Who just bumped up there? Was that Bilton Matt? I think that came up to 8th there, 1:10.929. Didn't say a good time, too good a go. Now, looking on, Nimby is on a lap. And, should have took a bit more care there, going across that sausage curb. Bilton Matt's probably going to end up doing the same now. Steve Penny, are they on a lap? Yes, they are. Double Cream Cat also, and Godzilla Jr. Banner Ape not getting back out. Reese will be able to get another time in. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 3. And that's the Mercedes, it seems, of Blue Panda getting right out of the way there. So nice gentlemanly sport there. And they've unfortunately not got enough time to put in another lap. Reese will though. We're going to move further up as we see Bilton Matt coming to the line. Doesn't improve, quite a way down on their time. Steve Penny is now getting around turn 13 and 14 to the line. 1:11.692 to beat. They do beat it, it's 1:11.473, but not enough to move up any positions. Physical still fast with 1:10.447. Bilton Matt running low on fuel. Don't think they're going to be able to go again, but we'll catch back up with them in just a few moments. Racey, last driver to settle up. So we're going to look on right now. Steve Penny is on a lap. Bilton Matt, are they on a lap? I don't think they are. Oh no, they are actually. So they could improve. 1:10.929 is their time. And if they could even just shave off an extra 2 tenths, that could help move them up into 6th place. Getting through turns 13 and 14 quite nicely. And now going to the line of 1:10.220. Manages to go up to 4th. Let alone 6th. Jeezy peeps, that was an incredible time there. Physical takes too much curb at turn 14 and ends up spinning out. We've got their RB teammate of Steve Penny coming to the line now to finish their lap. Did they move up any? Nope, they didn't improve unfortunately, so now we're just waiting for Physical to get across the line. And he does that in destructive fashion. So, there we have it folks, that is the end of qualifying. We'll have a quick run down there. So Temp Shadow getting the pole position for the main race to come, where we're going to have 35 laps of racing. Jetfish in second, Timmy in third, fourth for Bill and Matt. Then we've got Nimby in fifth, sixth for Fizico. Asdog is seventh, Blue Panda is eighth, ninth for Steve Penny, Reese 10th, 11th Double Cream Cat, Godzilla Jr. 12th, and Spanner Ape in 13th. Temp Shadow getting the fast lap on the 9.612. Now moving on to the 35 lap main race that we're just about to have. And I did tell you folks, I did have that feeling that there was going to be a bit of rain here, looking, judging by how long the drivers took to get out of their garages for qualifying. So that's going to be a particularly fun one to see. And there we go, folks. Now getting underway is intermediate tyres for the whole grid, so everyone matching up spectacularly. And this is going to be quite a fun race, I would reckon. Some drivers are going to really struggle, other ones are going to prosper, and we could definitely see how this is going to go. So there we have it, folks. All the drivers lining back up on the grid. The centre pit, roughly about lap 17 to 24. We'll see if this weather's going to dry up or get any worse in the closing stages of this Grand Prix, but right now, got a bit of light rain. Now we've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. They all spring to life and they are away. Let's see who's going to get the better start. Is it going to be Tim Shadow or Jetfish moving off the line? Timmy managed to get a good start also, but Nimby moves up the inner side. Oh, and sideswipes right into the side of the other, the Haas, the other Ferrari powered car up at that in the top 5 there, and ends up back down into 4th. We're going to go to the position changes. Getting right out of shape there is Asdog, and Nimby. Is Asdog going to be able to get up the outside there? Nope, deciding better against it. Looking at Fizico there, it's just taking it nice and easy, making sure not to get that car sliding out. Unfortunately, oh, Jetfish and Temp Shadow battling out, and Temp Shadow has to end up taking the going off the track there. Temp Shadow and Jetfish side by side going around the hairpin at turn 10. They vanish off our screens for a briefest of moment. Jesus, oh my god, this game, I absolutely hate this game. It's not even giving you good camera angles half the blooming time. Jetfish though, still holding off, Temp Shadow still holding off Jetfish there, and still in the lead of this Grand Prix as we come around turn 13 and 14. Nimby has got a 3-second time penalty, and we've got a safety car already. And Jetfish was just about to get that overtake done as that safety car came out. So there we go. We see that the safety car has been overtaken. So everyone is going to have to go all the way back around the track before the safety car is able to be caught back up with again. Why is Asdog waiting behind the safety car? Alright, just wait until it's safer. Oh, and we've seen Blue Panda did end up bumping into Mr. Mylander in that safety car. Didn't get a penalty there, so that's good. Or end up getting disqualified. Oh, that's a bit of a weird placement of that car. Usually it used to be on the exit of turn 3, but turn 2, sorry, but not anymore. So, interesting one. Was I going to see anyone pit? I doubt it, but we could maybe see a driver trying the wet tyres. We'll see what's going to be better. Is anyone going to try for that? Dalton Martin Bicycle swapping places there. That was a weird one. So no driver is opting for the pits right now. So we're going to have this safety car for another couple of laps, unfortunately. And we should get back racing again on lap number 5. So there we go, folks, the moment you've been waiting for. The safety car is in this lap. And we'll be able to get underway racing. So Temps is going to take over the little is the step-in substitute safety car for this straight, for us getting back underway again. There we go, we see that the safety car has crossed that line. There we go, when his Temp's going to go, it's going to most likely be out of this final corner. Still keeping it going, and now he's went. There we go, Temps is away. Is Jetfish going to be able to try and secure that overtake? Doesn't look like it just yet. Moved further back right now. No, Blue Panda goes deep, has to end up cutting across turn 2. May end up losing a space or two. Yep, he does. Moves down from Built Matt and Ficycle. Manages to rejoin back in 7th place, just ahead of Reese. Oh, Ficycle bumping off that wall there on the exit of turn 4. Good Jetfish still on the tail of that Red Bull, and in this weather, any place is a good overtaking opportunity. Ficycle and Built Matt swapping places there. Ficycle moving up into 5th position. There we go. Jetfish taking it around the outside, getting the better exit out of turn 9. Now into turn 10, the hairpin. Is Temps going to be able to get that switch back? Nope, doesn't. And he has to hold off to that 2nd place, and he's got his teammate of Timmy, who's not been shown to be much help in this session tonight, in this round tonight. Unfortunately, they two have been battling it out with each other earlier on in the sprint. Blue Panda receives a penalty for multiple extending track limits. Jetfish setting the fastest lap of the race, of course, so 121.184. Jetfish managing to extend that gap quite considerably now. Is definitely the faster car in the wet weather. That gap just getting bigger and bigger. Timmy unfortunately not managing to get close enough to make a move. Blue Panda, the only driver with a penalty right now, as we're on lap 6. Chasing down Built Matt to try and reclaim that 6th position that they lost. Reese went right deep there, taking the attack mode route there, it seems. And unfortunately loses 2 positions because of it. Built Matt now being overtaken by Blue Panda down that start, the straight leading down into turn 13. Steve Penny is into the pits. They're about to get a new front wing. Have they got a new front wing there for him? No. And I think that's what he came in for, and they've not changed that front wing. That is the one thing I do dislike about this, is this game, even when you've got it set to auto and you're missing an end plate, sometimes it just doesn't change your front wing when you ask it to. So definitely Steve Penny will be definitely upset about that. Closest battle on track now is this battle for 9th place between the 2 Silvers and the Aston Martin, which is now slipping into a battle for 10th place between Reese and Double Cream Cat. Watching with Double Cream Cat, they're going to be able to go for that lunge down the inside, not managing to get close enough yet. Got plenty of that battery left as Reese does go deep yet again in turn 10. Double Cream Cat gets a good launch out of turn 10 down that straight using that battery, and is going to end up taking that 10th position off of Reese. Nicely does it there from the Aston Martin. I think Spanrep took a little bit too much apex there and ended up taking up a warning there, unfortunately. I think, I'm unsure, I could be wrong about that. Just the angle that I was looking at that, it seemed like that. Let's see, is Reese going to be able to get past again and move up into 10th? Nope, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to reclaim that 10th just yet. Especially while trying to break on the grass. That is not going to work at all, unfortunately. Blue Panda has now closed that gap to Physical, who's sitting about a second ahead now, drifting in and out. Oh, and Double Cream Cat unfortunately just holding Reese up there as they were coming through turn 7, and the Silver actually giving the Aston Martin of Double Cream Cat a little bit of a bump up the rear. Hopefully no damage to either car. Blue Panda's just struggling to try and keep that under 1 second. It's just drifting in and out. Some parts of the track it seems that Blue Panda is quicker, and other parts of the track Physical seems a bit quicker. Oh, Blue Panda's now managed to close that gap. It seems that he is quicker in Sector 1. Probably got the more downforce on. Well, I would say that, but judging by that corner, not as I was expecting. We'll see if he is going to be able to catch up to Physical to go for enough to go for that overtake at the very least. Physical is low on battery, so Blue Panda is going to be should be good to strike soon. He's just trying to keep that there, keep with him. Asdog getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and that is to be expected here at this track, especially with the chicanes here being such fast corners, and you're sort of threading the needle a lot. Seems that Physical is feeling the pressure now after just getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Don't want to be doing that too often. Going to move back down to the Silver of Reese and Double Cream Cat this battle for 10th place for that final point position. It could be a chance to actually pick up 2 points if you could also claim that fastest lap. Oh, Physical and Blue Panda have swapped places. Physical now getting a good launch out of turn 14. Is he going to be able to go for it, going down into turn 1 and take that inside line? He needs to slip into that slipstream back in. And oh, he could have went for it there, but opted against it. We'll go on board with Reese. Not going to be close enough to go for that move just yet. We'll move further up to Physical on Blue Panda, and that's unfortunate there. Thank God that he's able to keep the car running, and we've not got a safety car or that. Coming round the turns 3 and 4 there for Reese. Is he going to be able to go for the move here? No. Nice defending there from Double Cream Cat. Reese's been extra cautious here. Not want to go for a move, not want to risk an overtake. Just waiting for a good mess up from Double Cream Cat, putting the pressure on that Aston Martin driver. Got a great shot from this helicopter angle right now. You can see these cars battling it out, trying to get up there to go for that move, but it's just not enough just yet. He's trying to keep a tighter line, but it's unfortunately not working just yet. He needs to try and carry more momentum, but Double Cream Cat keeping it slow going through the corner is holding them up on the exit, unfortunately. Ooh, getting really close between Reese and Double Cream Cat right now. Getting right up close to the back of that Aston Martin. Reese needs a good exit, but unfortunately he's not able to get that. Oh, Reese trying a bit too hard there, ends up getting a 3-second time penalty. We're going to move up to Bilton Matt, who now makes his way past Physical, who's got half a front wing. Managed to get a better exit somehow out of turn 14 and goes for it. And now moves back up into 6th place. Nicely done there from Physical. Oh, we see the silver of Spanner 8 coming into the pits now. And is Reese going to be able to get past this Aston Martin just yet? Doesn't look like it. He's still trying whatever he can. He's just not able to get the exit that he needs out of the corner. So maybe try and do it on the entry into a corner maybe. That would maybe be the best option for the silver. But he's not getting close enough, unfortunately. Go back up to Bilton Matt, who's still trying to get past this RB up ahead of Physical, and Physical just seems to be having enough grip just to get a good exit out of the corners. Oh, is Reese going to be able to go for it now? This is going to be, if he's going to go for it, it's going to be, not Double Cream Cat doing some nice block and still able to keep that racing line, but just enough in order to hinder Reese. He has to basically totally send it up the inside in order to go for it. Making that car absolutely wide as the track right now is Double Cream Cat. Nicely done there. Reese needs to stop waiting around and just go for it. Sometimes you have to just force that overtake to happen, force the mistake, and unfortunately he's just playing a bit too conservative right now. Asdog getting a 10-second time penalty for speeding the pit line. That is definitely going to hinder them later on in the race. Now here we go, Reese seems to be listening. Physical getting a 3-second time penalty as Reese moves up the inside of Double Cream Cat and up into 9th place. Now, getting a bit too much on the traction there. You don't want to be putting the throttle down when you've got overtake on. That's a recipe for disaster there. Godzilla Jr. just coming out of the pits now. And is he going to be coming out ahead of Reese or just outside? No, he's going to be behind Reese, unfortunately. Steve Penny just coming out of the pits there with Spanner Ape now getting up into 11th, but I don't think Steve Penny's going to be holding that off much longer. Jetfish has now moved on to lap 16, while a lot of the other drivers are, of Steve Penny and Spanner Ape are still all the way down on lap 15, unfortunately. Racy trying to get past Double Cream Cat and now does so. And Godzilla Jr. going for the move. Is he going to go for the move on Reese here? It doesn't look like he's going to be able to go for it here. Godzilla Jr. going a bit off track there and has to yield. As he think he got a warning. Bill and Matt getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Is Reese going to be able to get the switch back here? Not managing to get the car turned in good enough there. As Physical and Bilton Matt and Asdog there are battling it out. Asdog managing to get up past both of them. It's now Bilton Matt and Physical are battling it out. And Physical is really going for it here, even though he's got that broken front wing. It's still, Asdog there was getting right out of shape. But with Physical still having that broken front wing, still performing quite excellent right now. And it seems Reese is feeling the pressure a bit much and struggling to get that car straight again. Got yellow flags as he gets out of the way of Jetfish there for the blue flags. Got a yellow flag in sector 1. Who is that for? That was for Steve Penny, who's pointing the wrong way and has actually went on the dry tyres. So Steve Penny jumping onto the tyres a bit too early, it seems. Bilton Mattis came into the pit, so I'm going to stay with them and see what tyres that the Williams crew have got ready. Seems it is another set of intermediates, so I'm a bit confused as to why Steve Penny has went onto the medium tyres, unless it's doing that typical thing again where it's saying that the track is going to dry up, which we know it doesn't really. So this game does like to take the mickey sometimes. Bill and Matt now out of the pits ahead of Godzilla Jr. And in 7th place as we're now on lap 17 of this Grand Prix. Reese is into the pits now. The question is, when is Physical going to come in and is he going to get that front wing changed this time? Timmy is into the pits now. It's on their way out. Blue Panda in also. So now that we've reached the halfway stage at this point, we're still waiting on 4 drivers still to make a pit stop. Double Cream Cat, Physical, Temps Shadow and Jetfish. And Jetfish and Temps Shadow are a mile away in the lead right now. But Jetfish is going to have to try and clear that gap to Timmy a little bit more, just to try and make sure that he is safe when he comes into the pits. No wait, it's not on the leader, my mistake. He's nice and clear. He's just thinking maybe just trying to stay out on these tyres. Are we going to actually do the whole race on a set of intermediates? Is that, are you able to do that? That is the question. Will the tyres last that long? The Aston Martin of Double Cream Cat now coming out the pits to rejoin the track a lap down. So no real close battles on track right now. Everyone has separated by at least 2 seconds at this rate. We'll see when Temp's Shadow and Jetfish are going to be coming into the pits. At this rate, Temp Shadow is going to be overtaken by his teammates, so he's going to have to try and think, should I come in now for fresh tyres or try and stay out, as we do know that gap is going to come down. But it looks like they are staying out just another lap. I think now might be a good time to pit, as it seems that the track is drying up. Stay with Steve Penny, as we'll keep an eye on that gap with Steve Penny. Seems he's still struggling with the gap right now. So Timmy is into the pits and is going to be the first driver to get the dry tyres on, slamming on them yellow Pirellis, the medium compound, but gets a 10-second penalty to boot. Blue Panda still right on the tail of Bicycle. Going around the outside of that RB. Is it going to work? Is it going to pay off? He's going to have that outside line going into turn 3, and he makes that work nicely up into 4th place to go. And it seems that it may be a bit too early for them, the dry compound tyres. Still in wet track territory. Temp Shadow getting a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. First penalty of the day for them. Jetfish has kept it nice and cool this evening. No penalties for them. Same as Spanner 8, Double Cream Cat and Steve Penny. We've got a caution for a yellow flag. And that was Steve Penny, unfortunately, struggling in the RB, down in 12th position. I think they are a lap or two down by now anyway, unfortunately. Looking at Reese and Double Cream Cat, they've had their battles throughout this Grand Prix, and now Reese manages to get past Double Cream Cat again and move up into 10th position, just behind their teammate, only by 7 seconds. Oh, Timmy! Timmy has retired from the Grand Prix. And whereabouts is that? That's right there. Oh! So now we've only got a virtual safety car. Interesting. Temp's Shadow takes that opportunity to come into the pits. Goes on them medium tyres, but you can still see that pit box is soaking right now. So, it's been upgraded to a safety car, so it's a VSC that's been upgraded to a safety car, with Asdog getting a drive-through penalty for speeding under this VSC. That's a bummer, to be honest. I wonder if we're going to see drivers jumping onto the soft tyres, any of them, as it is a full course safety car. So we'll be seeing if there's going to be any red walls coming on. Hard tyres for Asdog, that's interesting. Unless he just changed it there at the last minute, just so you could end up getting the... so he's not wasting up an extra set of tyres. Some people may want to keep going, of course, with the Haas of Jetfish just coming around. Jetfish into the pits, onto the hard compound, the medium compound tyres to go. So both of the Silvers are in. So it seems that only the top 6 are on the lead lap right now. Yep, Asdog now onto medium tyres after serving that 10-second time penalty. Godzilla Jr. is into the pits now. And he shouldn't be laps now. He actually done an intelligent thing, staying out a little bit longer. Interesting, Spanner Ape opting for the hard compound tyres. So that's a bit of a weird one. Jetfish has already managed to get underway again. As the safety car hadn't caught everyone back up, that's not right. I completely disagree with that. That is seeming to be Michael Massey rules, it seems. But that is the unfortunate nature of this game, as Reese now gets past his teammate up into 8th position and should start to pull away with being on the fresher, with being on the medium tyres compared to the hard compound, but we'll see how things are going to unfold. Closest battle on track right now is between the Silvers. Jetfish puts in the fastest lap time, then Temps steals that away, 1:16.144 from Temps. These medium tyres getting up to speed now. And there is your driver in the lead right now, Jetfish. So very close battle out there from everyone, being right close to each other. Closest battle between Double Cream Cat and Steve Penny, sorry. That's sitting at about 1.4 seconds. Bicycle catching Blue Panda here for that third position. We'll have a look at penalties right now, as Temp's Shadow is on 3 seconds. Also same with Blue Panda, who sits in third place, so second and third both with 3 seconds. The same with 7th and 8th, Pilton Matt and Greasy, and Steve Penny and Double Cream Cap, all on 3 second time penalties. Bicycle, Godzilla Jr. and Asdog are on 6 seconds worth of penalties. Biggest gainer right now is Godzilla Jr. up 7 places from 12th on the grid. And doing quite nicely out there. Has got Asdog chasing them down. We'll see if that is going to be the case in this lap. Did he get the DRS? That is the question. Yes, he did. DRS is wide open now. He's not going to be able to get the overtake just yet. Maybe into turn 1 if he gets a good exit from here. No, but unfortunately not getting the best of exits, but does close that gap quite significantly. Now down to 0.3 of a second. Godzilla Jr. maybe in a little bit of trouble here. Could still get a great result here. I think this could be their highest position finish. We've got Bicycle and Blue Panda here. And this battle's getting really close between them also. As technically, Bicycle has got Steve Penny, their teammate, sort of in the way but also helping them along. Bit unusual, but it's working out, it seems. There we go, trying to get the slipstream, and see that gap closing in there. Absolutely incredible how quick that was. Is Bicycle going to be able to get this move done? Is he going to move up the inside? He moves to the left hand side, taking that inside lane, going into turn 1. He's later on the brakes and is going to take that third place. Now all he has to do is try and create a gap to Blue Panda, and if he could do that, then he's away home free. But Blue Panda does have front wing damage, so it's a bit of a hindrance to them, unfortunately. Godzilla Jr. getting another 3 second time penalty, trying to defend from Asdog. Asdog still trying whatever they can as Jetfish sets the fastest lap, a 1:11.869. Moving back up to Blue Panda as they're trying to get back past Bicycle here for that third position. Is he going to send it up the inside? He's going to go for it, but decides better against it. Thought he was trying to throw a dummy there at Bicycle, but Bicycle just stuck to their guns. Is Asdog going to be able to get past this Alpine now going into turn 13? Yes, does. He's going to have to be careful. He's got that overtake button engaged there as he was coming out of turn 14. Unsure if that's a new tactic that drivers are using or not, but yeah, it seems a bit high risk, high reward for that such behaviour, trying to get a lot extra power coming out the corner, but you can only go as fast as the tyres will let you. That is the problem. You can't get any grip, you ain't really going to go anywhere but into a barrier. Blue Panda, I think the only reason he's managed to keep this gap right now is due to having the DRS, as that front wing is that's not as bad as what I thought there. I thought that was more like Bicycle's front wing that he had earlier on in the race. We're on lap 31 now. We've only got 5 laps left to go after this. 4 laps to go after this, sorry. Jetfish getting a 3-second warning. So if there's a safety car, that could actually help. And you could possibly end up getting that win. It could tempt if that does happen, but I doubt that right now. As we're on lap 31, Godzilla Jr. has got a 3-second time penalty. So has everyone got a 3-second time penalty right now? Yep, everybody on the grid. So it's going to be a case of I don't have a clue who finishes where or what. Jetfish going even quicker now, trying to assert dominance above the field. 1:11.295 for Jetfish, fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Blue Panda now still closing in on Bicycle. Still trying to do whatever he can to try and reclaim that third position. It's definitely going to be a difficult one, but then again, he doesn't have to worry too much about it, as Bicycle just needs to try and Bicycle still needs to try and build a 3-second gap to Blue Panda. Either that or they're going to be finishing in that 4th position. Oh, looked like Bicycle, Blue Panda, sorry, got a good run on Bicycle coming out of turn 2. So Steve Penny has opted to come into the pits. So has Bilton Matt actually came into the pits. He's going to be trying for the fastest lap, and no, he is going to be able to succeed in getting it. At the very least, with him being on the soft tyres at the end, there is more than likely a chance. Is Reese going to be able to get past here? I don't think it's going to be close enough for Reese to even think that he's going to be able to get that overtake done. Unfortunately, as Bilton Matt now exits turn 2, as Reese is just coming into turn 2. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in sector 1, and that's for Reese, who ends up resetting the track again. But not another 3-second time penalty, same with Asdog. Asdog's on 12 seconds worth of penalties right now. So not got anything to worry about, that's not going to affect them at all. So looking at Blue Panda, he's not able to close that gap that he's needing, but he's able to stick with them. Temp's Shadow has just came out of the pit. And on a fresh set of mediums, it says. Odd choice. He's still going to have that, still have time in terms of penalty points, but penalty time added. So, yeah, that's actually a good call from Temps to try and reclaim that 1 point. But he does end up getting a 3-second time penalty, so you take the good with the bad sometimes. So now Jetfish is on the last lap of this Grand Prix. He's just rounded turn 7, now coming into 8 and 9 just now, as Blue Panda and Fies will come through turns 13 and 14, and now he's coming up to the hairpin. Blue Panda doesn't look like he's going to be able to get that overtake done on track. Looks like he's going to have to settle for it off track. Blue Panda doesn't look like he's going to be able to get it. He came out of that DRS window, and Bicycle's let him past. That was an interesting manoeuvre, but Jetfish comes across the line to take the victory here and take the maximum points haul. But is Temps going to be able to get the fastest lap coming into the final couple of corners now? Straight to the line, using every little and a bit of energy out of that bar, and he does a 111.064. Who's the other driver that was on the fresh soft? Was that Steve Penny? We'll see how they're going to go. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get it. Bicycle gets another penalty at the end. Oh, and that ends up hindering them right up there and falls right down. Blue Panda wrecks that car, and it looks like it's back normal again. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that. That's kind of funny. Godzilla Jr. coming around in 6th now, and the last driver to finish. So there we have it, folks. That is the end of round 17 in Canada. Would say not the most exciting race, but it was a little. So very well done to all the drivers out there, especially Jetfish, who ran a stellar race there, all round. So congrats to them, coming out with maximum points in the sprint and in the race, but not getting that fastest lap. That does end up going to Temp's Shadow, who got that 111.064, just over quarter of a second, just about quarter of a second quicker than Jetfish's time. Blue Panda finished in 3rd, Fizco in 4th, did an excellent result there. Asdog in 5th, nicely done. Godzilla Jr. coming up from 12th, up 6 places, and I'd definitely say it could be possibly my driver of the day. Built and Matt finished in 7th, 8th for Reese Spanner, 8th and in 9th and 10th for Steve Penny. All were a lap down from Bill and Matt, Reese Spanner, 8th and Steve Penny. We've got Double Cream Cat, who finished in 11th, 2 laps down, and we've got Timmy and Nimby, who both did not finish the Grand Prix. So next week on Thursday, we're going to be here with IRC eSports again, and that is going to be for round 18 at the Miami Grand Prix. So look forward to that. It's going to be a good one, and until next time, everyone, take care And from me, it is peace out.